Welcome to Wrestling Hill Talk, where we talk all things wrestling, old and new. I'm your host, Tekken Steve. We got Brian, the Tribal Chief Will, Dr. Nick Esquire, Roger Elkins II, and Ben Bowman, Tag Champ. A couple of familiar faces are missing this week. They had some emergencies to tend to, but that's all right. We are here, and we got some show and tell. We're going to be taking a look at. We're going to talk a little bit about our favorite Christmas movies since it is December. And then we're going to show our favorite pickup that we got this year. And
That's a tough one. That's a tough one right there.
Yeah,
It is tough.
I know I got a lot of really cool stuff this year, but the thing that I picked out will definitely surprise people. And they'll be like, "What? You picked that out of everything else?"
Nice.
That's right. Of course, we've got Savage Randy here, sitting on the desk as always. How's everybody doing this week?
Doing great.
Doing well.
Awesome.
Just great and awesome, huh? Not kick ass like Joe Dirt said.
Just
No.
great this week. You know what? Honestly, it's December 6th, and I'm so ready to just be done with the holidays. Like, I'm ready for it to be like, I'm really looking forward to Christmas this year. And usually I'm not a big Christmas person looking forward to it, but I'm really looking forward to it this year. But I've always, for the past, I don't know, since I was a teenager, just been ready for it to be over. And
Yeah.
hear
I
you.
want to I want to get to it and get past it and move on, get into the next year and
Mhm.
just keep going. So, when you have four kids and a family, you just gotta you just gotta get through it. It's just about surviving at this point.
For sure. I'll tell you one thing I'm looking forward to,
Feel that.
being one of the fat guys here. I'm ready for Thanksgiving round 2, because Christmas might as well have the same menu.
Yeah.
Turkey, ham, deviled eggs, stuffing, green bean casserole.
Prime rib.
So about
crab legs.
four,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. About 4 years ago, we switched. Instead of doing a turkey on Christmas, we do a standing rib roast, which is prime rib, and it's a lot different than our family would have done in the past, even traditionally. But it's actually been really good. I've always enjoyed it. It's been great, and then we still do the traditional ham as well. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. But like I said, I'm a whole lot more looking forward to December 26th than I am anything. Just
Mhm.
it's little stuff I'm looking forward to as far as the holiday, like the 24-hour marathon of A Christmas Story. Like, how can you not just put the movie A Christmas Story on your TV and just let that sucker play for 24
All day.
hours? You know what I
Yep.
mean? I love that movie, and I'm looking forward to that. You got to watch National Lampoon's Christmas at some point this month. We just watched Home Alone this past weekend, the first Home Alone. So, but I'm enjoying that. And for the first time in my whole life, 41 years old, in my whole life, I have never, ever, ever been one to listen to Christmas music. I've never liked it. I've never listened to it. But at least probably the past week, the only thing that's been on in my truck is Christmas music. So whether it's on Amazon, Christmas playlist, or it's on the local radio station, Christmas music, that's all I've been playing in the truck. My oldest daughter really likes Christmas music, so we've been playing it, and I've really enjoyed it.
Well, I mean, you would agree with this because you've worked in retail. People who worked in retail in the past or present get sick of Christmas music really quick
Yeah.
because it's the same 7 different songs sang by 22 different artists. By the end of the month, I heard sleigh bells and silver bells up to my ass. And
Yeah.
I finally was like, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
And
There's no doubt about that. But like I said, something this year has been different. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm getting older and I'm enjoying the holidays more with my children. Like, I enjoyed our Thanksgiving, even though we had it the day before because Thanksgiving we were traveling. Um, but I'm really, really, really looking forward to Christmas morning, getting up with the kids, because they get up probably no later than 7 and sometimes earlier than that. And Santa Claus will come in the middle of the night and drop everything off, and it's a lot of fun. But all the years, even last year, I wasn't really looking forward to it, but I am this year. But when you're a dad, people don't realize this, and a lot of the guys in the chat right now could probably relate to this. It all falls on you. It's all on you. And if it goes right, it's because you made sure it went right. If it goes wrong, it's because you didn't do something, or you didn't buy something, or you didn't remember the batteries, or you didn't remember the cranberry sauce, or it's
Oh,
all
yeah.
on you. And even if it's not on you, you feel that level of responsibility. And I've taken a lot of steps this year to make sure we don't miss out on anything. And I've been in a giving mood too. I've been giving away all kinds of stuff for months now. I've been in a giving mood. Hell, yesterday, last night, Ben and I were running live, and just right in the middle of the show, we just flipped that script like you wouldn't believe, and we just started basically giving stuff away at prices people wanted to
Mhm.
pay. So we've been in a giving mood. Speaking of giving moods, real quick, and I'll shut up, Steven, I promise, because Steven's thinking, oh my God, Will, shut the fuck up. But
That's it.
seriously, what? Is that what he just said?
No.
So,
No.
oh, I thought he said, all right, whatever. So, if anybody here has any Ultimate Editions, WWE Ultimate Edition Elites, let me know what you have, because I'm looking for some extra Ultimate Editions. I don't care if they're open complete, or they're in the box, or the box is beat to shit. You got any extra Ultimate Editions? Let me know what you got. Go ahead.
This commenter said Christmas hearts, since their son passed away, don't really decorate anymore. It was all for him. Very sorry to hear about that, man. I'm not really sure who that is. But yeah, I would imagine that would pretty much not
That's
only just
Lou.
ruin.
Lulissa.
Oh
That's who it
yeah,
is.
yeah. Well, it wouldn't just ruin Christmas. It'd ruin the rest of your life pretty much. But you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna try to turn this back around. I will. I think the reason that we don't really get too hyped for Christmas, and everybody else probably feels the same way, is because we pretty much buy everything we want all the time. So
Yeah.
it's always Christmas, you know?
It's like, oh, the mail's here. Christmas time.
Exactly. Or like you get the ding on the Echo, on the Amazon Echo.
Mhm.
I'm like, ooh, time to go downstairs. You never see me run faster for something to eat or a package, man. I tell you, those are the two things. Gotta get down there, break a knee on the way down. Oh God.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not saying at all that I'm looking forward to getting stuff for Christmas, because let me tell you this, honestly, there was a lot of years that I didn't get one thing for Christmas because I was either focused on my store, focused on my business, whatever, made sure my kids had what they wanted. There's a lot of years I would close Christmas Eve and then go back in on Christmas night to reopen the store and
Yeah.
get that thing going for the day after. So I'm just saying there's a different feel about it this year. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. Maybe it's something in the air. I don't know. Maybe it's age, but there's something that feels different this year for me. And yes, I get everything I want pretty much throughout the year. I agree with you 100%. But something feels different. That's all.
You might get that long lost gift that you've been waiting on for about the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's gonna show up on your porch, man. It's gonna be like a dusty box with cobwebs and
To the tribal chief Oos.
Can Ghost send packages? I don't know.
They could.
Well, either way, we're gonna wish
Just saying.
everybody a good Christmas time, good or bad, whatever the situation may be. Try to make the best of it. That's all we can do. Live one day at a time. Be the nicest people that we can be to everybody around us. And remember that, of course, Christmas is about giving more than taking. And drop in your phone. Drop in
Shit.
your phone, Brian.
You just got that new.
is Brian gonna
back
ask for a
elbow.
phone charger for Christmas?
I have a phone charger today. My phone is just.
Man needs a backup battery. USB.
Brian tried to play that off like nothing fucking happened, and all you guys are like, "Hey, he dropped his phone. Everybody look at Brian."
It's all good.
Like the dude shit his pants, and everybody was pointing out the back of his shorts.
Hey,
It's
man,
not
Come on,
Sabu.
man.
we needed material, and he gave it to us. What do you want us to do? Turn
That's
our
all
head?
Listen, Listen, if that's all you have on me, that's fine.
I'm just reading this comment. Hell, nowadays, buddy, we might want a bucket of coal to power the house during inflation.
Right.
He's-
Yeah. I tell you what, next year my landlord tries to up my rent when it's time to renew the lease, I'm just gonna laugh at him and be like, ha ha. It's
Be like,
"Look,
you
man."
gonna do something different in you?
Yeah. Why don't you open that pool that's been closed for 4 years? You know? Anyways, they're actually coming in the morning. Well, actually, I don't know if it's the morning. I imagine it probably will be morning, but they said, we're coming tomorrow to fix your unit because our HVAC system has been kind of, screwed up and stuff for a long time. And they're like, we'll be there tomorrow between 8:30 a.m. and 5 p.m.
Sounds like the
Someone-
cable company.
So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
so you just want me to like stop my entire life and wait for you guys. Thank God I work at home because if I like,
You should
work-
answer the door with no pants on.
I'll be surprised if I'm the one that answers the door. It'll probably be the old lady downstairs.
Be like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's just like, dude, that's one thing that I hate, man. I hate, I adhere to a plan and a schedule and organization. And when people try to mess with that, it pisses me off.
Oh yeah.
So, because imagine if I worked at a place outside of my house, that means I'd have to take the whole day off. And then there's also the chance that they don't show up anyways, even though they told me they would, because they've done that before. And it's just like, you want me to pay all this expensive ass rent, but you gotta dick me around like that. Like, what the hell? But anyways, let's get into our format here. We're starting off with show and tell. I actually didn't get anything this week because I'm a broke ass piece of crap until this week. I had to pay my bills. But I do have an item for the share your favorite pickup from the year. But we'll go around and do show and tell first, and then we'll come back to that. But Brian, kick us off.
Okay, well, so this
Hold
is
on a second. Ben, what?
You didn't get nothing from. Did you show stuff from WrestleCade?
I haven't gotten it yet because I had to wait till
Okay.
the 8th. I had to wait till the 8th to pay, but that'll be coming this weekend. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I already know about it. Yeah, but that's not here yet. All right, Brian, go ahead.
All right, so anyway, I ordered this on Black Friday. It's a Zombie Sailors Black Friday exclusive Andre the Giant. Pretty sweet, black strap. So that came in the mail the other day.
Oh, hold on.
I got
Let me
this.
see that again. I like that packaging, man.
Those
Beautiful.
are such amazing figures. He does such a good job.
Mhm.
Hey, do they do a good job at shipping?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, these cards are thick. Like, they're not flimsy like the Mattel ones. They're durable. But yeah, I mean, it came bubble
Brian.
wrapped. It came. Yeah.
Right. Side note, I need you when you're done with tonight's podcast to send me a picture of the back of that card.
Okay.
The back. I need you to send me a picture of the back.
Okay,
We'll talk about why. We'll talk about why later.
Got it. I
Thanks.
can do that. I also got this from the tribal chief.
Braun
He
Breaker.
He was at Wally World and picked this up. It's the Chase Braun Breaker. And then I also got this from William as well. The magazine's in really good shape, actually.
Everybody's got a price.
Yeah, everybody's got a price. Except, gosh dang it, he wrote it in Sharpie.
You must have not
But it's
paid
all right.
a lot of price.
Well, I don't know.
It's
So that's all
old.
I have.
It's
I know,
old.
And I figured, yeah. So, but that's all I have for show and tell.
I agree with this comment right here. Let Randy Orton give the tribal chief 5 RKOs and receive that championship. Oh yeah. What do we got? Are you going to have Luger slam Yokozuna on it? I guess I missed something.
On what?
I don't know.
I missed something. I don't know.
And then they said yes. So
Okay.
I don't
Lucas
know.
get-
I don't know
Lucas
the
get slammed.
context of it.
Maybe they're watching a different podcast and commenting in ours. I don't know.
Where'd Will go?
dang, Chief,
Uh-oh.
you just putting yourself wherever you want to be, huh? All right, Chief, it's your turn, man.
All right, so real quick, so I don't remember if I showed this. I know I took a picture of it and showed it from WrestleCade, but I don't think I showed this. So you guys know I got a couple of those DiBiase Legends figures signed, and everybody's got a price quote on there. But I did the on my personal one, I did the "I'm rich and you're not" on mine, which was his saying from Survivor Series 1989 when they asked in the beginning what each WWE superstar was thankful for. And he was like, I'm thankful because I'm rich and you're not. And, you know what I mean? So very, very cool. That was something I couldn't remember if I showed you guys. Like I said, I know I took a picture of it. Wanted to make sure I threw that out there. And then, Mattel Creations has been knocking it out of the park for a while now. And I did pick these up. Absolutely love these. I put these up last night for sale, just in case anybody wanted to buy them before I did what I'm about to do. So,
Well,
but
how much? How
you
much
know,
are they?
they were 35 each. So
Okay.
for the figures, and absolutely beautiful, man. I love the Ultimates. I love the Ultimate series, but I mean, they just gotta be open. They gotta breathe. They gotta
Oh yeah.
enjoy their life, and you know what's about to happen, right? So we're about to rip these bad boys apart. Look at that sucker. Look at that beautiful baby.
That's good
I
right
love
there.
it. So, and then inside here, you guys know if you bought any of these, there's just all kinds of little accessories and all kinds of little stuff in here. Gotta love it. Extra heads, fingers, hands. I mean, there's a bag in there for the snake. You got it. You got it all in there. A little tiny box of stuff. So, and just before, I know it's only show and tell. We got a lot of other stuff, but just before we get off here, I want to go ahead and do the same thing with Mr. Ravishing Rick Rude for all you sweat hogs out there. Make sure we do the same thing there.
Yeah, it's Damien.
Beautiful. Yeah, Damien's the snake. Yep. And then here too, inside of this, you got the little accessories. Love it. Look at that. And then you got the robe tucked in underneath there if you want to put his robe on him. And I've actually started a shelf in my elites and my ultimates and all that. I started a shelf. It's the Heenan family shelf. So I needed a Rude anyway to put on the Heenan family shelf, and now I got one. So
I didn't know
that's it
this
for
until recently. They
this
put a
week.
wire in the snake, and you could pose it any way you want to.
That's
Yes. Yep.
Well, Dr. Nick Esquire, it's your turn, man.
I do not have anything for show and tell. I have been
Whoa.
saving money for March,
Nice.
I hear you, man.
so nothing this week.
Just me and you on the left side of the screen, just being all sad with nothing to show.
That's okay. That's all right.
Oh
Think
yeah.
about the weeks. We're getting ready to show all the weeks we had earlier in the year. We're getting ready to do a year review of some of the greatest pickups of the year. So
Hey,
ain't
Nicholas,
nobody,
did you
ain't nobody
hear
feeling
last
sad for you.
Did you hear last night on the live with me and William about Squared Circle?
No,
William, you want to kind of give him a tease?
All we are allowed to say until January 1st is that we've confirmed two guests for TRC. That's all we can say. We're not allowed to say who or anything else. But
cool.
all we can say is we've confirmed two guests for Squared Circle Expo. But we were told, well, in the conversation we had, we agreed that we weren't going to tell anybody or say anything until January the 1st. But on New Year's Day, we'll be announcing. And I can tell you, I'm super excited about it. I know Ben is super excited about it. Everybody in this room right here will be super excited about it. Guarantee it. Yes, yes, yes. You will be able to get figures signed. You'll be able to get magazines signed. You'll be able to get all kinds of photos, including stuff that's truly unique to just TRC, which we've had in the past, our own exclusive edits. You'll be able to get belts signed. There's a lot of stuff you can do. So
Nice.
Was that just a tease you just did there?
yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
Wow.
Nice.
That's pretty sweet, man. Insane. Well, hell yeah. All right, Roger. Top that.
Well, I had a great mail week, courtesy of William and Ben. So I've got quite a few things. So I'm apologizing in advance. I got some. I got a Johnny Gargano from Ben.
Nice.
Nice.
Bella Twins.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have this.
Yep.
And of
Good
course, can't get another one of these for 17 years. I got a Sunny.
Yeah.
Woo. That one
Woo.
was worth it. That one was worth it.
Now, Roger, that one deserves a woo. Woo.
Woo. And then I got to add to my Simpsons collection, Demolition.
Nice.
And add to a story on that. They wanted to keep that edit, and also to make it edit as a T-shirt. So
Oh, yeah.
they were very happy with that edit. So that's a great pickup.
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that's going with my Simpsons collection that Ben already knows about. So, yeah. Then I got the Nasty Boys, which I'm stoked about because I can't remember which one is kind of sick, so they're not going to be doing too many more signings.
Knobs.
Yeah, Knobs, thank you. And then I was a huge Rock and Roll Express fan when I was a kid, and I got this from Ben, and he went and had it signed for me. You can't tell that well on the camera.
Oh yeah, I see it there by your right hand.
It looks good in person though. I saw it in person.
Yeah,
That's
it looks good
amazing.
in person, but it's right there and right there.
So let me just tell you guys a secret of the trade. Silver and gold is the hardest colors to get picked up on the camera. Because every week when I put up something in silver or gold, I'm like, hold on, guys, let me move it so the LED lights don't mess with it. Because the LED lights just seem to want to drown out silver and gold.
Well, I thought this was purple. Oh.
But
Yeah,
the
it
worst
should
one,
be blue, like a light blue and that purple. But where I
But-
guess
but-
it's that material on that art print, it just bled in.
Oh, no
So
worries. It's still
but
that's
on the cameras every week, like I said, just a hint for everybody, silver and gold are the absolute worst.
and then I got a $1 Million Man autograph that's an art print that is also signed by Tony Atlas because he's the one that
Nice.
made the art print, which I thought was really cool. And he did it 06 WWE Hall of Fame 2020. So I'm guessing that's
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that he was in the Hall of Fame before Rocky Johnson? Because those
Yeah.
two were known. Those two were known as the tag team champs together. So isn't it crazy he was inducted before Rocky?
That's insane. All right, so I've got a couple of things from Will, and then I got to show off the belts that Will had signed for me. I got a Jim Manfield Neidhart.
Ooh, I like that.
Me too.
That is sweet.
Damn.
And then I got the APA.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
Damn. And I got a Jim Ross, which
Nice.
if I can ever find Tony Schiavone, that would be a grail piece.
Good
Yep.
old JR. Hey, I tell you what, Tony Schiavone did more signings in 2023 than he's done in the past 25 years. So
Oh, yeah?
you'll definitely be able to get Tony on there.
Nice. And then the old Eric Bischoff.
That was when they was recruiting Chris Benoit on that Thunder.
Yep.
That scene.
Yeah. I think I might get Brett to sign that one. And then you can't not get the one man gang.
Oh,
If you
I love
can't
that.
invest in one man gang, they're going to be drying up, I
Love it.
promise you.
I love that shot.
Me too. And I love the fact he did the drawing of the cross and the skull. Or the
Yes. Oh, yeah. So anytime he signs one man gang, he does that every time, like the Punisher sign. Does that every time.
That's cool.
So then I I have a women's championship belt, and I have a NWA television title. And I sent it to Will to see if he could get it signed for me. And let's see. So right there, he got me Wendy Richter, which
Woo!
Nice.
that is one of the top ones to get signed if you can find it.
She's tough to get, definitely.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've got quite a few signatures on this. Most of them I picked up, with the exception of Trish Stratus. Most of them I picked up at the tribute to the troops they had at Fort Hood. Oh, well, shit, it had to be 13 years ago or so.
Nice.
A lot of the talent was there to see us and stuff like that, and they had a big long table. They had quite a few people there. And then I have my NWA title that now is, Will pointed out to me, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ric Flair, and Lex Luger. That's 4 horsemen. So I've got
Hell yeah.
on here. And then if I
Hell
can get Barry Windham to sign it hopefully at Squared Circle, then I'd have the other 4 horsemen on it. And that's just awesome.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love it. So I don't remember if I was at the show or if I had already come home, but I remember saying, "Hey Roger, did you realize that you had all 4 horsemen on there?" Because I didn't realize it until that day when I was looking at everybody signing, and I'm like, "Damn, he's got all 4 horsemen on here. This thing is awesome." So
That's pretty
very,
impressive.
very
Yeah,
cool, Roger.
I didn't even think about that till I was sitting there thinking, oh, wait, all I need is Tully and Lex. Because Arn
Yep.
signed it and Rick already signed it. I was like, wait a
Yep.
second.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good piece. That, and like I said, the women's title, I don't know how many more signatures, if any, I'm going to be able to get on this women's title. It's pretty full.
Yeah,
So
you guys.
I think I said it. I think I said it when we were on the podcast last time, but Wendy wanted to make sure her auto stood out. So everybody else on there was either in silver or white, and she had to
Yeah.
go pink just so she stood out.
That's awesome. And she does.
Yep.
That one stands out among the rest.
Yep.
You guys got any more Wendy Richter autographs?
I don't know. Ben, you still got that figure?
Yes, I got the figure, but I don't have no more photos.
Yeah. Okay. I might think about that in the future. I know them figures be like $100, so at least.
Mhm.
So that's why I tend to try to get the 8x10s because they seem to be like the cheapest, Plus, I already have like 60 8x10 autos. But anyways, great pickups, Roger.
Thank
Spared
you.
no expense, man. Christmas came early.
Yeah, no, this one I got very lucky. The wife saw like, I'm not gonna say how much, but she's like, give it to Will and Ben and go have fun. So yeah,
Well, that's
it was
good.
So
I was very lucky.
so shout out to Mrs. Roger for that
Yes,
because
Thank you.
that's awesome that she did that, for Roger. That's really cool. So really shout out to her. Very, very cool.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's
Definitely.
the best. So
Next week, or next episode, Roger's gonna have his own house like Steve Moran, GWC.
Yeah.
Be like, guys, let me show and tell my entire house here.
The only 2 autographs I have on a belt are I have Nash and I have CM Punk on the World Heavyweight title.
That's
And
awesome.
those I got Comic-Con 2012.
Nice.
yeah, I've got the old United States Championship signed by John Cena, Edge, Mr. Kennedy, Kurt Angle, and Carlito.
Nice.
I'd probably do more now, but back then, and we didn't know better to use paint pens back then.
Yeah.
So The one that's on there, both of them are in like silver Sharpie.
Yeah.
So to protect them, I took the original strap off and put it in a case to keep it from degrading over time.
Yeah, it's
Because
good.
now, you know, the paint pens, as long as you don't touch them, they practically last forever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good stuff.
Depends on the paint pen though. So let me
That's
give
true.
everybody out there listening a tip. Never use Posca paint pen on a belt. Never use Posca paint pen. The
Yep.
reason why is no matter where you store it or how you store it, it's going to get dusty, and you're going to want to dust it. And when you dust it with that Posca paint pen, you will scratch the shit out of it. So all my guys already know, all my admins already know that, but just throwing that out there for everybody. Trust me, use my life lessons and my bad experiences to your advantage because I've used every paint marker I think they've ever made.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I was about to say, don't you usually use Deco or something like that?
Usually Deco.
Yeah. Those things are awesome, man. All right, Ben, wrap up show and tell for us.
All right. Well, I got me and Kev got to go to GalaxyCon this last weekend in Columbus, Ohio. We got to see the Nature Boy Ric Flair, got to see Trish Stratus, got to see Lita, Kane, Hacksaw, the Hardy Boys, Pete Rose. Like I said, a lot of great ones. And I was only able to. This trip was a personal trip, so I'm only going to show the two things I got signed from my personal collection. Is I got a Spotlight Metallic Ric Flair.
Sweet.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Woo!
Got it signed in that new favorite color of mine, that blue. There it is. So I
Looks
got
good.
that one, and then here's one of my favorite images and one of my favorite magazines of WWF. That cover.
Ooh,
That's good right there.
Ooh.
Nature Boy.
It's your boy. Woo!
There you go.
Those are the two that I got to add to my collection. And a word of advice is invest in Flair because Flair has not looked good. I don't know why he looks good on TV or on AEW, but in person, he don't look the best.
You mean tell me, Ben, you got nothing from Trish?
I did. I got a photo. I got it on a poster. It's back there. I just didn't grab it. I got a Pete Rose too. So I only got 4 because everything is too damn high.
Yo, speaking of GalaxyCon, I'm pretty sure Gamers Alley had a booth there. That's a local store that I used to work at. But they do more like trading cards and stuff. But they do have wrestling figures. They're just kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's cool, man. I'm glad you guys got to see Flair again and get those nice pieces, man. I'm on the lookout for another Flair piece. I'm just waiting for the right one to present itself. Because I have some pretty good Flair stuff right now, but I want one that really pops. Like I'm thinking like neon orange color pin. You know, I'm just waiting for it to show up.
Well, I can tell you just a little hint, a little tip, another little tip. If you're going to use Posca and you get the opportunity to use that dark blue Posca on anything, go for it because it pops like crazy. And I think there was a lot of naysayers about that marker for a while. I know Ben was one of them. He was like, I don't really want to use that paint color. And I'm like, Ben, just try it out. And I think Ben saw something that Kev got signed because I convinced Kev to use it on one of his items. I said, hey, man, use this marker. And Kev was like, oh, I was going to go with, orange for the volunteers or whatever. I'm like, dude, trust me, use this marker. And he used it. He's like, oh, man, I love that color. And then Ben saw it and he's like, holy shit, you're right. I love that color. So if you get the opportunity to use that dark blue Deco paint marker, man, it's hard to go wrong.
Yep.
Someone in the comments, they asked, so when the paint pen eventually wear off on a belt when you carry it to shows to get signed? mean, if you
Well,
got it signed with a glass case.
usually you're not carrying a sign belt to shows. Usually once you're getting it signed, you're putting it up, displaying it. You're not usually carrying that around. You're probably not wrestling in the front yard for the title. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
no, I think they mean once you take a belt to get signed.
no, not at all. I mean, I've never had that issue. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't touch the paint. I mean, it's like anything else. You know, if you have oils in your skin, and if you touch the paint on your walls consistently, you take the oil off the wall or the paint off the wall with the oil in your skin. It's the
Yeah.
same concept. When you get an autograph, like Roger, I had two belts for Roger that we were getting signed, and I never touched the autographs once. You just got to be careful and use caution. Now, if you're taking them to like, the wrestling shows like Monday Night Raw or something, it's the same concept. First of all, you probably really don't want to take signed belts to do that because you want to go and have a good time. You don't want to be careful the whole time. But if
Mhm.
you are going to take them, just don't touch the autograph. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree 100%. All my autographs I'm very careful with.
Yeah.
Make sure they dry, and then I'll do whatever I need to do with them. But no, I don't touch them until I'm
Fortunately
sure.
for me, I've taken a ton of belts to get signed at shows. I've taken in a lot of other people's belts to shows to get signed, and never once have I ever had any kind of an issue. So
And mine
it's
were
all a matter of it's all a matter of respect the item, and you'll be fine.
yeah, mine were
Mhm.
perfect. Mine turned out great.
All right. Well, that said, let's go ahead and we'll share our favorite pickups from this year. I actually only picked one. So of course, I got that wrestling ring. I got the WrestleMania 6 and 12 posters. I got an autographed pop of Rey Mysterio, among other things. But my absolute favorite thing that I've gotten this year was this 8x10 of Mick Foley as Cactus Jack.
Nice.
I love the art print.
We
Yeah.
just sold the last one last night.
Yeah, it's one of my
It's a
favorite
beautiful-
pieces on the wall, man. I also got a Vader autograph too, but yeah,
yeah.
I just love the art prints, man. I still need to get a Mick Foley pop signed. I have Mankind, Do Love, and Cactus Jack.
Bang bang.
Bang,
Brian,
bang.
favorite
So
pickups?
obviously, so I mean, I'm only gonna pick one just for time, but well, actually, I'll do two. So first one is this one. For just this year, I feel is one of a great pickup is I got this one done.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Woo!
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's good.
The second thing is not a pickup, but I would say the experience I had in Nashville with the guys is probably up there too. So I'm gonna use my second one as an experience. So I think that was one of the best things of the year for me. So
Hell yeah.
I got one of those too, but I don't have Hogan on it. Will still got it. I tell you what, Will, just go ahead and throw that in my package, and then if I ever decide to pay $1,000 for Hulk Hogan's autograph, I'll send it back to you.
Okay.
All right, Will, it's your turn.
All right, so man, it was tough. I got to tell you, it was tough. There were so many great options this time, but I'm only going to show two again for the sake of time. Number one, this original promo being signed and then inscribed
yeah,
with the Beyond Perfection. God dang, that glare is terrible, but got the Beyond Perfection up here on the opposite side, and then signed by Lex. This was Lex's first WWF promo. Right before he goes into the feud with Mr. Perfect. I ended up getting two of these, a hold of them, and man, such a lucky find. They're just not out there. You can't find them. And I ended up with two. I had one, and Kev had one, and we got those signed and inscribed. So, and then of course, man, I'm hoping the glare doesn't eat the crap out of this photo. But that right there, for
yeah, that's
me,
awesome.
I got that Piper signed back in 2014. I met him in person, got him signed, and then I finally decided. Had a lot of conversations with the admins, had a lot of conversations with the members, and I was like, man, I just don't know what to get Hogan to sign this time when I go see him. And we kind of decided together that I was going to get this one signed and finish it up. And I mean, just what a great item. WrestleMania 1, they're inside the ring, getting ready to start the match. Piper's already signed it and inscribed to Hall of Fame '05. Hogan signs it right there in the blue. What a complete, beautiful piece that is. So, I mean, for me, there were so many tough choices, but for me, I think those are the two pickups of the year for me.
Yeah, those are good, man. I got to get me a Piper too. That's on the list. Dr. Nick, what about you, man?
So this is one of my. I got so many good things this year, but being able to find one of these in such great condition was just so difficult. So when I came across it for a good price, their Survivor Series. I was so happy to find this. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it is, other than
Oh,
like a
yeah.
couple, shelfware things. The reason why this one means so much to me, uh, we weren't able to get pay-per-views when I was a kid because it was super expensive. And I remember for one year, me and a handful of my friends, we got together and pitched in, and our parents were like, "Yeah, let's let the kids do it." So that was my first pay per view that I was able to watch from my house, and of course, seeing Hogan get beat by the Undertaker was so shocking to all of us.
Yep.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
just have such sentimental memories. And as you know, back then VHS tapes were very expensive. So, it wasn't like I was going to go out and buy it. Back then, the VHS tapes were like $70, $80. So that's one of my favorite finds. The other one would probably be when I got to meet Demolition back in April of this year. Looking up to them as one of my favorite tag teams, and being able to finally meet Demolition was just mind blowing to me. Like if you had told me as a little kid one day you're going to be able to meet Axe and Smash, I would have told you were full of shit. You know, I'd be like, no, that's not Pat. That's not happening. So being an adult and having adult money is kind of scary at times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey
But
Nick,
that's yeah.
just to kind of go along with that, man. Me and the guys when we were in Winston Salem, look what I picked up.
Oh,
The
nice.
fourth annual. You know how hard this one is to find.
Oh
So
yeah.
when I bought it, they only had the box. They didn't have the tape in it. So I actually found the tape on eBay by itself with no box,
Yeah.
and it plays beautiful. So I
That's
mean,
great. Yeah, the
this
boxes,
one right
because they
here.
were so delicate, and
Yep.
the oversized ones got destroyed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just wanted to show that since you showed the fifth annual Survivor Series, the fourth annual one is just as hard to find
Oh
in
yeah.
good shape, so those are sweet. Nice pickup, Nick.
Roger, what you got, man?
So I got two things. One is from Jeff Lowe in APG Grading. My
Yes.
Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh yeah.
That one was a great pickup this year. Very happy, very impressed with how it was made and just the overall aspect of how he does business and how his products are top notch. That's to me that was an awesome pickup this year for me. The second thing is I got the opportunity to meet Trish Stratus and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD,
Nice.
That
and
pink looks really good.
yeah, she signed it
That is
baddest
huge.
bitch in the galaxy,
Nice.
which I asked for personally. Uh, so to me, that was my other pick of the year, just because she was an awesome person to meet and it was a great piece.
That is sweet. I like that.
That is nice, man. Because
Thank you.
they don't always inscribe anymore, so it's always cool when you get them inscribed.
Yeah, the funny note to that is there was Trish Stratus. They were sitting next to each other. So Trish was on the left, Dr. Britt Baker was on the right. And Trish is all like just keeping a conversation with you like she knows you. And I had, I think, one picture, or no, I had a pop figure, and she signed it, and she's like, "Do you want any inscriptions or anything? Inscriptions are free." I was like, "Yeah, just put Hall of Fame or whatever." And she signed my belt. And then Britt, I had two pictures for, and the figure. And she said, would you want me to put anything on it?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." So to me, meeting those two, and the autographs were very decently priced. Um, there wasn't an upcharge for my belt. Everything was one set price. And then for Brit, there wasn't an upcharge for a figure. So it was just a combo, and it was just all encompassing. So
Nice.
I think that's a great thing for other wrestlers to follow, but we know they won't. But just a good thing to see two wrestlers that are very much still popular to do that for their fans.
Absolutely. All right, Ben, your turn, man.
Well, it's always tough to choose just one. One I've already showed before was my favorite pickup ever from William, which was the NWO Jonathan Bartlett the poster. But my two favorite that I picked up this year got completed was I actually got to meet Bret the Hitman Hart, and I sent in the Stone Cold as a mail-in and got this beautiful 11x14 photo signed, and Bret inscribed it. Best match ever, Chicago Rosemont, WrestleMania 13. So that was my favorite, probably auto this year. And then a favorite pickup, I can't believe I was able to pick it up, is the very first WrestleMania program with the match card.
Oh yeah, that's tight right there.
That one
Those
was
are my two favorite pickups of the year.
Nice.
Very nice.
Excellent,
Very cool.
excellent, man.
Yeah,
Everybody got a lot of cool shit this year.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got about 11 minutes left in the show, so I figured since it's December time, we'll go ahead and we'll each share, our top 3 favorite Christmas movies. And I kind of made the background a Christmas tree, but of course we take up most of the screen, so you can't really see it. But yeah, so I would say my top 3. In third place would probably be Fred Claus. I don't know if a lot of people know about that one, but it stars Vince Vaughn, and he's the brother of Santa Claus. But he sucks. He's not like a jolly fella or anything. But his brother is played by Paul Giamatti, which in my opinion is one of the best actors ever. And ends up getting sick and can't do Christmas, so Fred has to fill in, and it's just a hilarious movie. And then my second favorite Christmas movie is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad, when they're trying to go all around town and find the Turbo Man action figure for their kids. And, we all know about looking around town for action figures. It's damn near impossible these days. So very relatable there, and just great comedy throughout. But my absolute number one Christmas movie has to be Home Alone 2. I know the first one's great, but the second one was just always the one that I loved the most. The traps and the meaningfulness at the end with the huge Christmas tree in Town Square, I believe, or in Central Park. I think it was in Central Park, but either way, I've seen that movie probably 200 times before I was 10 years old. So God knows how many times I've seen it at this point, but absolute classic, man.
And don't forget, a former president helped out Macaulay Culkin in the lobby.
Oh yeah.
Number 45, baby.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed him in that.
He made America great again.
46 wouldn't have told him where the lobby was. He
Hey,
wouldn't know where it was.
also too on the movie Jingle All the Way, Steven, don't forget about Phil Hartman.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, that guy had a rough ending to his life, and it's a real shame because that guy was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, great actor, great comedian.
hmm Yeah, he was in a movie with Sinbad called House Guest, and that
Oh, I
There's-
love that movie.
the Big Mac scene where he's eating,
Yes.
and then Sinbad takes it from him and just starts muffing it down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, I thought you were a vegetarian. I have weaknesses.
Yeah, he said, "Get off my back" or something like that.
yep.
Oh man, poor Phil. Hogg.
Some of his Saturday Night Live stuff though, Phil Hartman Saturday Night Live stuff was just incredible. I mean, the guy was just hilarious. So
Yeah, that's right.
another one
The
too.
tree was in Rockefeller Center.
Yes, yeah, Rockefeller Center. Yep.
What were you saying, Will?
Phil Hartman on Saturday Night Live too. Even before the movies, some of the stuff he did on there was just beyond hilarious. The guy was just such a true talent.
Oh yeah, definitely. Brian, what's your 3 favorite Christmas movies of all time, man?
So I mean, mine are probably gonna be similar to a lot of these guys, but obviously National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is great. Christmas Story is great. My third one's gonna be Frosty the Snowman,
The claymation?
classic cartoon, man. No, the cartoon, dude.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, hey, no judgment there, man. I don't kink shame.
Fuck.
Here's a fun fact. I hadn't seen A Christmas Story until this year. Actually,
Oh,
it was
wow.
last year.
What?
It was last year at this point. I had never watched it start to finish, but I've seen it now, and I saw the new one too. I watched them in the same weekend. Those great picks, man. Will, what's your top 3?
It's hard to put them in an order, honestly, but of course, National Lampoons with Clark Griswold, it's hard to beat. And then A Christmas Story, no doubt, is right up there. One of the greatest movies ever, especially Christmas. But my third one is a little different, and the one I actually saw it in the theaters when I was a kid was the Santa Claus with Tim Allen, the first Santa Claus
That's a
with
good
Tim
one.
Allen. Man, that movie is absolutely great. I love that movie. I know there's so many, different great ones you could choose from, but it's hard to beat that first Santa Claus with Tim Allen. So also too, another notable one, a couple notable ones. Edmund Cameron says Scrooge with Bill Murray is a great one, and it was for its time, late '80s. It was absolutely awesome. Another one, Kevin Van Gouder says Ernest Saves Christmas, and that one was great too. I mean, especially if you're a '80s kid, you would remember that one very well because you probably saw that a lot. And then the Manuel Reardon comment and Die Hard. I don't know. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie or is it an action movie that's set at Christmas time? I don't know, but that'll be forever the debate. But Die Hard is a great movie regardless.
Absolutely. And I am really pissed off that they're remaking that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you saw my comment, right? I said, fuck this.
Yeah, I do like the actor that's going to play him. I do like that actor. He was in that 13 Hours in Benghazi. So he's a good actor, but I don't know that anybody will ever be able to touch the original Die Hard.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you
Who's
couldn't.
playing him?
I don't even remember the guy's name. I'll have to look it up real quick.
Bruce
The
Willis
main
is
guy
mad.
from the
Is it
movie.
is it the dude from The Office?
John Krasinski. Yeah.
Oh, from The Office. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis.
Remember
is in
he
bad
was in-
shape now.
Remember he was in 13 Hours, the
Yep.
Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. Now, I'm not promoting a war movie. I'm just saying if you haven't seen 13 Hours, you're missing out because that is a
he
great
also
movie.
has that show
and a
on Amazon, Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a couple
he
of
did
movies,
3
too.
seasons of that, and that was really good.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, it's your turn, man. What's your top 3 Christmas movies?
All right. Well, number 3, somebody already mentioned it, but it was Ernest Saves Christmas. That was kind of in my wheelhouse because I was a late '80s kid. Number 2, I'd probably say, what is that movie? I just watched it the other day too. For some reason I can't remember it.
Who's in it?
It's got Michael Keaton, Jack Frost.
Jack Frost. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
that
good
one was always a good one.
I saw that
And
one in
then-
theaters too.
Yeah, and then number 1 is actually a horror movie, but it's also a Christmas movie too. It's called Christmas Sleigh. It's a movie that came out in the '80s, and it's this cheesy slasher movie. And I remember seeing it when I was a kid at the movie rental store, and I was so intrigued by like, what is this? A Christmas movie and a horror movie at the same time? And I rented it and was like, this is awesome.
Brian, are you making a sandwich?
And he's making popcorn.
You got some ducks to feed with that bread?
There's a ton of them out here in Nebraska.
Nebraska.
New bread.
Nebraska.
Hey, I hear you, man.
Steven
You
has
guys-
been Steven has been fucking with Brian all night long since before we went on the air.
dude,
It's all good.
that's how I always be doing it, man. He
Don't
knows.
have it
He
any other
knows.
way.
He knows I love him. But no,
at least
I.
at least it's not my week. A couple weeks ago, it was me. Everything I said, Steven said something about it.
I got to take turns. But no, I always liked Ernest Scared Stupid. I know that's a Halloween movie, but Saves Christmas is great too, man. R.I.P. Jim Varney. And
Yeah.
Rimshot may be one of 5 dogs that I ever liked in my entire life. But someone also mentioned It's a Wonderful Life in the comments, which I watched that for the first time last year too.
Yeah,
Basically,
it's a good one. Jimmy
all-
Stewart.
yeah, all of the classic Christmas movies that I never saw, like A Christmas Story, I watched all of them last year. And It's a Wonderful Life is a fantastic film. It's super long though. Roger, what do you got, man?
Well, I'm old school. First, I want to say Scott Bam Bam Bigelow.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We haven't said that this week.
That's right.
So, someone mentioned one of mine. So my third one is A Christmas Story. My second is Miracle on 34th Street,
Okay, the
That's
remake or the original?
the original. I'm only talking originals.
Okay.
The original Miracle on 34th Street, and then number 1, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. Hey, I got
can't-
you, man.
Those are classics you can't beat.
Absolutely, man. Those are good choices, dude. Miracle, the remake of Miracle on 34th Street, I really like because it has Richard Attenborough as Santa Claus, which is the guy that played John Hammond from Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has the
And it
girl
has-
from Matilda.
Yeah. Her name, I think it's like
Yep.
Emma something. I can't remember her last name, but yeah,
Yep.
she's great in that.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. I'm just a guy for the classics. So
Batman Returns is a Christmas movie. If Die Hard is a Christmas movie, so is Batman Returns.
No, it's not.
But then
No,
again,
it's not.
yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The
It
opening
takes place
scene.
at Christmas time.
So does Gremlins, and that's a
That's
Christmas
true.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Those are action movies that take place at Christmas time. That's like saying the first Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie.
Listen, if there can be horror Christmas, there can be action Christmas.
Oh,
Hey, did
Ben,
you just say whore?
Ben, bring us home with your Christmas movies. Ben, by God, Bowman.
All great choices. I'm surprised no one mentioned Elf. That's a surprise.
That's a good one.
But I guess just for me, as for watching them or them being on TV, Scrooge is another great one. My number one, I'm gonna go with reverse order. Number one's Christmas Vacation, hands down. Kiss my ass, kiss his ass. I love that.
Happy Hanukkah.
It's a little bit nuclear in here, yeah, but the Shitter's School.
Shitter's full.
There's
That's
all
the
kinds
best-
of great
That's the
lines.
best quote from that movie. Shitter was full.
And then
Fix the Yule post.
you got that one. Number two. I mean, it's kind of hard to choose from 2 and 3, just based on watching them or having them on TV. Either the Christmas Story or How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and then probably number 3 would be Rudolph.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like 6 movies.
Yeah,
What about the famous line? Why is the carpet all wet, Todd? I don't
Yeah,
know,
no.
Margot.
One of mine is where he was like, look, he's looking outside and he's like, what you looking at? He's like, oh, the fresh crisp of Middle Warren, a dumbass emptying a shitter into my drain.
It was good times. I know this. I know this is.
Chris Wynn said, "Bend over and I'll show you."
I know this is unrelated, but I saw this week, and this is crazy. But do you guys know that Disney just put out this 100 movie collection of all of their, or not all, but the majority of their animated films? It's a Blu-ray set. It comes in like 3 binders. It comes with like a limited edition crystal Mickey Mouse ears. It's very limited. It's only available at Walmart.com. And it has 100 Blu-rays and 100 digital codes for the movies. How much do you guys think that cost?
$1,000.
$800.
Okay, what about everybody else? What do y'all think, man?
about $3,000.
1,500.
Okay,
I'm gonna say $2,000.
so Will got it right. It's $14.99.98.
Oh my
Did you know-
God.
Because Walmart's always got that 98-cent thing. But yeah, $1,500 for some Blu-rays, not 4K.
Ain't no way nobody gonna buy that.
Oh, people have.
You'd be surprised.
I've watched them on
Jesus.
YouTube.
Man.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
It's pretty sweet, but you got to think, man, out of 100 Disney animated movies, you probably only like 15 or 20 at most.
I like
Yeah,
maybe 10.
Let's be honest here. If it's got the digital codes, once you transcribe that over, you're good to go.
Yeah, just resell the discs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's $15 a movie when you think about it. I just thought that's the craziest shit that I've seen this
Hell,
week.
for
I
that
had
price,
to
Walt
check.
Disney better show up at my door with that shit.
So, but it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago, though. The CEO of Disney went on record to say that they've lost billions of dollars due to everything going on, and that Disney Plus is going away as an independent streaming service. And in the first quarter of next year, I think it's in March, you can only get Disney Plus as a package combined with Hulu and ESPN. You can no longer buy just Disney Plus package. So, which sucks because, if you don't want those other services, Disney Plus is great. I love Disney Plus, especially for my kids. But I also have Hulu, so I can see how they're doing it. But Hulu just went up another $1 here recently. I just got
Hell,
the bill not
Netflix
long
is
ago, so.
$17 now.
They're
I
going
have
to keep
them
going up, man.
both. I have Netflix. Yeah, I have them both. And then
Supply and
when
command.
it switches over, it'll just be what it is.
Disney Plus, though, is really good, and I'm looking forward to hopefully when they do combine them, maybe they'll get some more content. But the one thing I don't like about any of the streaming services is exactly what Steven just said, supply and command. The thing is, they can control what they put on there and what they take off. So if there's something on
Yep.
there that you really like, they can take it off without any kind of notice and just tough shit,
Well, Sony just did that.
I had the
With,
Showtime streaming. I had the Showtime streaming app, and they took off that show with what was it with Kevin Bacon? He was the I can't think it was FBI agent in Maryland.
Oh,
DC area.
The Following.
No,
Is that it?
no, something like that though. But There was a show, and I was on like the second season of it, and then I didn't get to finish watching it because they just took it off.
City
You
on a
know,
Hill.
City on a Hill. Yep, they took it off. So they may have put it back on now, but I was like, man, that's crazy. You're in the middle of watching something, they just took it right off the
Yeah, they
service.
just announced a
Mhm.
couple days ago. Sony users on PlayStation, um, certain content that was purchased digitally is no longer available, and they
Yeah.
will not refund you your money.
And they're
Yeah.
taking
And
it
I've
out of
been
people's libraries.
I've been telling people for years, you can't trust digital content. That's why I
Yeah.
keep buying movies. All these places can take away at any moment.
I
Well, and
love
we didn't even talk about tonight. WWE officially is going to stop producing DVDs and any kind of content like that on
Yeah.
hard media. That
Yep.
as of Survivor Series 2023 DVD, they're done. There's no more.
Yep.
Well, that'll
I'll
give me
tell you
time to
what.
catch up.
End of an era, really. I mean, if you think
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it.
It's
I
sad,
mean, I
man.
might be the
Yeah.
only one. I might be the only one, but I still buy every pay-per-view that comes out on DVD and put it on my rack, even if I don't even open it. Sometimes I don't
Yep,
even
I
open
do.
them, but
See,
I
I was
still buy
younger. I
them.
had another friend that did the same thing. I mean, it sucks. It does because, man, especially like when you buy an event on Blu-ray, it looks immensely better than streaming. And even some of the WrestleManias, the Blu-ray is 60 frames per second.
Yeah,
So it looks way smoother when you watch it compared to a stream because a stream's only 24 frames per second.
yeah,
Um, but as far as streaming goes, like Vudu, I like buying stuff on Vudu because they're owned by Fandango, and Fandango is owned, majority of it is owned by Universal, and the other minority holder is Warner Brothers. So you're less likely to have content removed from Vudu because it's the film companies that own the thing. So like, why would they take it off? You know. But either way, with digital stuff, man, I don't ever spend more than $10 on something. That way, if they take it from me, I just lost $10, and it is what it is. I'll sell the seven C's, pirate that motherfucker. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Brad, you ready to go,
Got
Brad?
knocked
Hey,
in
one
Nebraska.
other thing about Vudu too that I really like is they put a lot of their stuff on sale. Especially, I watch a lot of the older stuff. You guys already know that, but like I can watch a lot of the old westerns and stuff. I can buy them on there for $5 and
Yeah,
watch them, and I love it. You just got to catch when they have a sale on.
that's what I do. I only buy stuff when it's $5 or $8 or $10. I don't ever buy brand new stuff on there for 20 or 30.
Oh no, Brian's upside down.
You got to catch him upside down.
He's frozen.
He's
He's
frozen.
frozen upside down.
Brian,
He's fallen
Brian
and he
has
can't get up.
He's
Oh.
probably eating
Brian
that. He's
is
probably
left.
eating that bread.
Brian has left the building.
No, I'm not
Went
eating
to go,
anything.
went to go feed his ducks that bred in Nebraska.
All right, guys. Well, it was a wonderful time as always. I think Will and me discussed earlier this week that we're gonna call it for the rest of the year with the podcast and come back next year. That way we can focus more on Christmas time and everything else that we'll all have going on. Of course, I don't think anybody else knew that up to this point. I forgot to bring it up today because I was so busy with work. But yeah, we'll be back with the show in January. And you guys will still be doing your live auction shows every Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll still have plenty of stuff going on in the group for everybody to participate and interact with everybody. But thank you guys so much for a wonderful 2023 with TRC. And here's to 2024, man, making everything better.
Yeah, definitely Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Happy New Year. If you only watch the podcast and you don't watch the live shows on Tuesday nights and stuff, definitely have a great holiday. And Ben and I will still be rocking it out for a couple more weeks with everybody, and hopefully getting everybody their Christmas wants in time for Christmas. So shout out to Kev Buckler for everything he did for the Secret Santa this year. Excellent job on that. So that's really it for me. So again, we'll be back really early January, right after the New Year's. So enjoy the rest of your holiday season, everybody, and we'll catch you down the road.
Thanks, guys.